It's Madden NFL 24, and all eyes are on Dalton Kincaid. He's putting together one of the better seasons in league history. It's the Chiefs and the Lions on Thursday night.
The seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. Tonight, hard to believe, our final Thursday night game of the year, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Detroit Lions. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Lions team entering play. And they've lost 3 straight here, and it goes without saying, I guess, they could certainly use a win.
And how do they get a win? Because they've lost 3 straight, I think it's paramount that they get a fast, clean start to this game.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Chiefs, they've come in on a nice run of recent form. 4 wins out of 5. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Ford Field. No run back here on the opening kickoff, as we'll start at the 25. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the guy out of California, the former Cal Bear, Jared Goff.
And at one point, the ascension of Jared Goff was really, really strong. Back-to-back Pro Bowls, took his team to the Super Bowl, and came really within 1 quarter of winning it. But since that time, he's had bout consistency, and that's been the struggle for him as he tries to get back to the form he showed earlier in his career.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Goff now looking to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
I guess we got a good idea about what the game plan is for attacking the secondary. No beating around the bush with this crew. His first throw of the game is a deep shot, and it connects. That's a tendency breaker right there, because normally you build up to the big shot, but not in this case.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Goff now to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. 3rd and 5. To throw is Goff. Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Well, they took the shot, didn't get it. There's definitely a difference here, because they had a chance to get 7, maybe 8 if they pushed it. Instead, they'll likely settle for 3.
Yeah, opening drive, holding him to 3. Psychologically, maybe a win for the defense. And his kick is indeed good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And no chance to get away, as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. So here are the Chiefs now under their veteran head coach, Andy Reid. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
And what a performance in his last game. A couple of touchdown passes, that was positive.
But more than 2 interceptions.
Yeah, that's not what he's looking for. What did Vince Lombardi say, though? Winning isn't everything.
It's the only thing.
And that's what he hangs his hat on after last week's game.
Now left side on the swing pass. They call it no gain there on the first down play.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for, because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender, because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you'll get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there, and he did a lot of that on that play.
Now here's a throw. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 more on that one and another first down. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. That is caught. Kincaid with it. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one goes for 24 yards. Back to throw again. And that is incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game. It has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
And did he get the feet down? Yes, touchdown. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first quarter lead. And he just did get those feet in there on the side of the end zone. Well done.
Probably the exact size foot.
And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Lions offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC. They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having 2 hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. A first carry for Tyler Algier. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Cook up the gut. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing on 3rd. Goff. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Chris Jones in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
A good scheme and an early win for this pass rush. They got back there before he could work through his entire progression and ended that play early.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return, and it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. And listen, these Thursday night games, they're tough on the body. You just played on Sunday, 72 hours later, hey, it's game day again. But I have to think a Thursday night game in September much more preferable than a Thursday nighter in December, no?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. You mentioned how tough it is on the body. How about the mind? You're already tired, fatigued, right? Trying to battle for playoff spots. And here you have the quick turnaround. Now, the flip side is, if you take care of business, win that Thursday nighter, you go into a mini open week. Gives you a few extra days to heal up the body and the mind before you play your next game.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. They'll look to throw here.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over it that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. He'll look to throw.
Pass complete to Addison.
85 catches for him on the year now, and the result there is a first down. Back to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. He's got it. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. It's the fullback
with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year,
as his guys are able to extend their lead. Well, nothing complicated about that. That's old-school power football.
And effective. And that's the key to everything, right? Sometimes we try and do too many things. Just hand it to the big guy and let him go forward.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And able to get this out to the 25. And Detroit back in possession of the football.
As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change, a quarterback, running back, tight end, it doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
From the 50, it's gone. Got a man open. It's Sutton. For Sutton, the receiving numbers from last week's game. 3 catches, 82 yards.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're in the top 10 in the league against the pass, and you and I both know there's not much difference between 1 and 10.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
You talk about this Chiefs defense.
Into this game, they're ranked number 22 in the NFL against the pass, Charles.
Defending the pass has not been one of their strong suits throughout the season, but they have any hopes of making waves in January. They've got to improve in this area.
And he is going to have a Lions first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
2nd and a yard at the Chiefs' 30-yard line.
Off play action. Here's Goff. Short pass caught by Henry. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another first down. Gone. And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. After one, a 14-3 ball game. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Here's Goff. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, their first 2 drives only yielded 3 points. They might be thinking it's time to make something happen. Push the ball downfield and try and gain some points that way. Unfortunately, incomplete.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So the margin shrinks a bit as back-to-back drives here for him and with field goals.
Yeah, we know no one's turning down 3, especially in the first half, but you've got to finish these drives in the end zone. That's got to be a priority. Nice to have a reliable kicker, but outside of his agent, you know you'd rather him kick 1-pointers instead of 3-pointers.
And the Chiefs now getting set to go. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a first down. They'll set up to throw. Throw left side, completion to Rice. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for 12 yards in a Kansas City first. Pacheco gets it up the gut, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. And a line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 32-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Looking for Addison again, and he's got him again. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. Now 2nd and 3. They'll look to throw again. They'll check this one down to Pacheco. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 13-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. A great play there, with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Chiefs go up by 2 touchdowns. CD, that's his 2nd touchdown already. And how about this offense? 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
An absolute total team effort right now. And let's face it, I don't think he's done. We're still in the first half. There's a lot of time left to go. I don't know what they're going to do on the other side trying to slow him down. But right now, he's feeling it.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead is up to 15 now. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe something to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. 33-yard line. Now Cook running right. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. A pretty good looking run there on first down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd down and 1. Again, it's Cook. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now a 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at their 48-yard line.
Goff. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. Now it's Goff. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Back to throw now on first down. Throw left side complete. That's Blake. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be second down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 47-yard line.
On play action, they'll throw. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
That is caught. Kincaid with it. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning.
The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
They'll drop to throw. This is caught.
And the Chiefs are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Pacheco will take this one in. It's a Chiefs touchdown. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Butker now to add the extra point. He's got it, and the lead swells. It's 28-6. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
So here come the Lions now.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Now the throw here complete on the right sideline. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds.
This now a 3rd and 4.
To throw is Goff.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Lions first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
Now a first down throw. Goff.
That's complete. Left side to Bateman.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. He finds his man complete. That's Fields. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Throwing again is Goff. That is caught. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 37. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. Now a play fake, and it's Goff. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Back to throw, Goff. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
He had the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and the deficit will hold at 22.
It's hard to be surprised in the miss there with the way this first half is gone. Here they were hoping to get some sort of momentum to carry them into the locker room, but even this doesn't pan out.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That one caught by Rice. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. A run by Pacheco on second down. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. So we have come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
In the late afternoon games, the place to be might very well be Denver, Colorado, where it'll be the Broncos taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. And finally, on Monday Night Football, they've got a good one lined up between the Houston Texans and the Jacksonville Jaguars. We got a strong first half out of the running back Isaiah Pacheco. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead.
No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. So the Chiefs offense heads out. There's a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And it's a good news, bad news proposition for them. Mostly good news, and that's that they've clinched a playoff spot. That's the important thing. Bad news, though, if they want to make a Super Bowl, for the moment at least, they'd have to do it out of the 6th seed.
And bottom line, everybody wants to play at home during the playoffs. We know that's a given. But nothing builds character for a ball club quite like winning on the road in the playoffs, especially when no one thinks you can do it. And if you win one and gain confidence, who knows, you might get on one of those magical runs.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. That ball caught. It's Rice. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
Toss right side to Pacheco. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Harrison Butler on for the field goal. A 46-yard attempt.
Butker's kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
This taken in right around the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit. He's got a man complete, and they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Cook. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading.
Touchdown, Detroit! A great effort there. 38 yards. And the Lions are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. So a very important first drive of the third quarter, Charles, and safe to say, a much-needed touchdown.
Which leads to the question, where was this in the first half? Because if they'd had a few more drives like that, they wouldn't be in this situation. But that is the kind of drive that sends a message to the other side. We're going to be here, and we're going to battle you to the end.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead down to 18. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And he returns this to the 22. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. He finds his man complete. That's Blake. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. Back to throw here. That'll be caught by Rice. Oh, he sheds himself free. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 36 yards on the play.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Headed straight, it's Pacheco. Down to the 22-yard line. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and that will bring up 3rd and 1. They'll set up a throw. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short.
And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. They'll look to throw here. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Blake. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Flushed out right. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
That's a really good decision right there outside of the pocket. You've got to know the right time to shift from passer to runner. He was looking and looking, nothing there. You can almost feel the brainwaves firing as he calculates, I think I can win a race to the pylon. And he turns out to be right. Touchdown.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and they open the lead up now to 25. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, This one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
First down, here's the run with Cook. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Play action. It's Goff. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
And you can tell just by looking at him that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another 4th down.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Chiefs offense ready to go again. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Well, yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. So he stopped for no gain. And it's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. This taken in by Kincaid. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Lions offense set to take over. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
At this point in the game, and the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
Goff now looks to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Lions 1st down. He needed 5. He got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Back now at Ford Field. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Now here's a throw that's complete. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
He's forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Now it's Goff. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
There he goes, right side. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Well, give them credit. They're going to stay and fight this out to the end. 4th down, you've got to go for it. And they not only convert, but pick up some good yardage as well.
From the red zone now, Goff. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Again, Goff. And he will find Scott on the right side complete. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
It's 3rd and 7.
They'll try the middle with Cook. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6.
That's good for the Lions. 1st and goal at the
Here's
6.
Goff. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Option play. Here's Cook. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Well, you hate that defensively. They had him pretty well corralled, but the face mask, that obviously changes things.
Yeah, it's a bit frustrating because you feel like you did everything right. You had him stop, but the hand gets up just a little too high, and the natural inclination is to hold on, and that's going to get called every time.
Algier will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? Algier again. But he will not get to the goal line. In fact, he won't get to the line of scrimmage as they push him back to the 2. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. This is 3rd and goal. This Chiefs defense, they're giving it all they got. Cook, and that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Desperation time for Goff on 4th. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. They'll start the drive here with Pacheco. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Pacheco gets it again on second down.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
Second down and 6 now.
Second and 6.
Again, it's Pacheco.
And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he will have a Chiefs first down as that'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco.
And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory.
41 yards rushing for him now to this point. This 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
They run it with Pacheco from the gun. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33.
That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
2nd and 7. Pacheco gets it up the gut.
About 3 yards there to the 27.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Back to throw.
A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. On the handoff, it's Pacheco.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
A handoff now for Pacheco.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
A gain of 4 yards and a first down, Chiefs.
Now a run with Pacheco.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
So this one in the win column for Kansas City, and even playing on the road, the class of this ball club just too much to overcome.
Yeah, and deep down, I think even the fans knew how this one was going to turn out. All right, they just came to support their team, hoped they'd see some good football, and they did, but they didn't really expect their team to win. In fact, they probably came in and said, let's win the tailgate, because that's where we have the advantage, and I bet they did that.
So for the Chiefs,
they improve their mark to 12-4 with 1 game to go.
And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for the Lions,
their struggles continue. It's an 11th loss to go with just 5 wins.
And they will look to turn it around next time out. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports. And coming up, we'll see David Njoku. He's over 1,100 yards receiving so far and looking for more. It's the Bengals and the Ravens, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. It's all about divisional matchups on this final day of the regular season, and we've got a compelling one in store here, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Baltimore Ravens. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has, and
McPherson has this one teed up, and off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Ravens offense going to work, and as usual, it's Lamar Jackson, the former MVP of the league, at the helm.
And despite the 3 touchdown passes he threw, there's a lot to work on this week, wasn't there?
Ton of interception.
Yeah, I mean, when you're going really with almost a 1-to-1 ratio, that's not going to work for you well at all. Not over the long haul. The beauty, though, somehow found a way to win.
Yeah, they still got the win last week. And they'll start out here. And he's just going to run right into that big old defensive end, and that play going nowhere. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 38 yards on the scamper there.
Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of this caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only are they controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the strain, the next 2 to 3 seconds, to continue to move people.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. The Ravens are 12-4 now on the year. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And they were able to tough it out last week, a close one-score game. And those are the kind of wins that pull you together as a team because everyone gains confidence and they feel like they can continue to get better.
It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
That's good for Baltimore first down. First and 10 at the 32-yard
Jackson. He's able to find Wallace. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down. On first and 10, it's Hall. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Throwing is Jackson. Slings it to Andrews, and it's complete. The tight end has it. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. The Ravens go for it but come up empty. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. So here are the Bengals now with a long field ahead of them. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
And he comes to the end of the season leading the NFL in passing yards. And that's not necessarily something you set out to do at the beginning of the year, but it's a good illustration of how remarkable and consistent he's been all season.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down.
They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now back to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
Here is third down and 4.
They'll look to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
To about the 35, second down. Second down and 8. So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
And I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak. And what's working in their favor, the winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get them is the idea.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he'll get it down here to the 43.
Brandon Stevens there on the tackle. These two teams met in Cincinnati earlier in the year with the Bengals coming out on top. So a win here in Baltimore would give them the season sweep.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? Five or more yards each time, that's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up second and goal at the 7-yard line.
Back to throw here. The quick slant caught. Touchdown, Bengals. Hollywood Marquise Brown with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Bengals are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Ravens heading out on offense as we look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And the division title, that's out of reach. We know that. This is as good a spot, Charles, as they're going to get. That first wild card and the number 5 overall seed.
Partner's not out of the question, especially with the 7 seeds that they have now in the playoffs. If you do win and the other wild card teams win in the first round, you could find yourself with a home game in the divisional round. Now, we know that's not likely, but it's not out of the question. Bottom line, you have to win to put yourself in that position.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Straight ahead is Hall. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Here's Jackson. Got his man there. It's Wallace complete. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 27-yard line.
They go play action with Jackson. That's going to be caught. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, 27 yards. And the Ravens are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
We're still in the first quarter, but it's apparent they're going to have to come up with a different defensive game plan for him because right now he's kind of having his way against that defense and has added a touchdown to the list. How do you slow him down? They're going to have to mix up some coverages, maybe change who's guarding him.
Tucker with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it's Mark Andrews who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their 2nd drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They'll get 13 yards for the second play in a row. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll look to throw here.
Open man is Chase, complete. Here, look at this Baltimore defense.
They've been pretty much a mess against the pass, number 31 in the league.
And it's really difficult to prepare for this team. This is the #1 overall passing team in the NFL, but it shouldn't be hard to get excited about playing against them. The ultimate test going against that unit.
And that's why you and I are excited to broadcast this game.
Yes, sir.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. So on 4th down, on is Brad Robbins to punt for the Bengals.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. 7-7, our score after 1. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Even though they might not find the #1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they could very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing. On 3rd down, Jackson.
Oh, that is incomplete.
Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return.
And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. Cincinnati set to take over once again. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
And they got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
There wasn't much of a window there, Charles. Had to deal with a couple of defenders, but able to find his big tight end.
And, partner, we know double coverage is a challenge for any player to try to defeat. But maybe it's a little easier if you're one of those big tight ends because you have a size advantage on just about anyone trying to cover you, and you use your body to create some space.
And he's taken down inside the 30. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
McPherson's kick is good.
And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's #1. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And now here come the Ravens.
Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
They go play action now. Jackson going long here for Wallace. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, they had that one sniffed out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
To throw is Jackson. And it is caught. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 44-yard line. It'll be a gain of 16 for number 16.
But we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Here's Jackson to throw. Steps away to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. They get to him for a loss of 4. And it brings up 3rd down on the sack.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
Now Jackson. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Over the middle, that's caught by Chase.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
A gain of 9.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and a yard.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover it for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 down at the 31. Barkley inside handoff. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And Higgins is going to have a Bengals first down as he takes it down to the 20-yard line.
An 8-yard pickup. And the Bengals first down.
They'll drop to throw.
And that one too wide and incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Out of his hands quickly to Higgins. And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle made at the 10-yard line.
At the 10-yard line.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the Ravens' 10-yard line.
He'll look to throw. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A 10-yard touchdown run. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
That's a tough one there defensively because look at the stops they got on 1st and 2nd down, and it's 1st and 2nd and goal. And then on 3rd down, they cover the receivers, but they leave an alley open for him to find, and he does. That is frustrating. You do almost everything right, and he still ends up in the end zone.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. And they'll begin by running the option. And now off to the races down the right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Option play. Here's Hall. Now 2nd and 9. Now it's Jackson. They'll set up the screen for Hall. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Jackson. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he will help the Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Tylan Wallace, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Ravens have cut it back within a score. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not.
And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14.
Ravens 14.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you can have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
They'll set up to throw. He will find his man Chase complete. Still going. Jamar Chase. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase. 82 yards. And the Bengals will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half, and that'll give us momentum going into the second half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Raven offense going to take over late in this first half. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it. Down by 2 scores. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. Now a 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Jackson. And this one's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Meanwhile, Jackson's throw caught there by Wallace. Touchdown! Tylan Wallace, his 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Ravens get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Tucker with the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Jamar Chase hoping to be at center stage yet again as the offense returns to the field. Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defenses, getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
He's got Njoku over the middle. And he'll be corralled right around the 34.
To number 85, David Njoku. A gain of 15. First down, Bengals.
So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. It's all down to this. Week 18 of the NFL regular season. Lots to be decided, so let's get right to it. We'll get started up at FedEx Field in our nation's capital. And late in the first half, it's the Broncos who are out on top. Javonte Williams, over 100 yards rushing with a touchdown run. From there, we head down to the Sunshine State to check on the Jaguars at home in Jacksonville. And you can see they have the lead over the visiting Tennessee Titans. The Jags seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. Lastly, let's get up to Buffalo to check on the Bills As you can see the score there in the second quarter. Stephon Diggs, a touchdown reception. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This is a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second. And all deep in his own territory, coughs up the football. And one of the linebackers has got it. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Quick slant to Brown. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be second down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 25-yard line.
Looking to throw. It connects quickly to Jamar Chase. And Chase going to pick up a Bengals first down as the tackle made up around the 33-yard line. Up the middle with Barkley. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield.
Barkley hit in the ball, pops free. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. So that is not the way you want to begin the half when you're only up by 1 score. A turnover right away.
And my guess that in the locker room, that's what the defensive coordinator on the other side was saying. We've got to find a way to get the football back for our offense, and they were able to do it.
The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. And they've got to be thrilled with the situation they've inherited here. Thank you, defense.
Thank you indeed. They set them up with a short field ahead of them, and now they've got a good chance to strike quickly and take the lead.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
At the 32-yard line.
On second down, a run with Hall. Good move at the 30. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 44 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Muscle damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've run the ball 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. This pass out wide to Hall. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Defense.
So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but the flag comes out for interference.
And now you're set up right on the doorstep of the goal line.
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Breece Hall with now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead here in this third quarter. So the rushing touchdowns continue to stack up, CD. That now 15 for him on the year.
And give him a ton of credit for staying healthy, being a smart runner, and is showing just how important he's been to his team. He's got to be their MVP at this point in the season, and those votes may have been turned into league MVP votes when it's all said and done.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded right at the goal line. Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field.
We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
2nd and 10.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Now back to throw. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
Oh, heck of a move. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Holding. Offense.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Back to throw here.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
A handoff to Barkley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
Now this throw caught left side. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Now here's a throw that's complete.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll make it 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Ravens' 36-yard line.
They're going to look to throw. And he'll go right back to Chase. That's caught again. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 19. That'll put him up over 160 yards receiving now for the game. They can't seem to stop it. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal.
Touchdown, Bengals! David Njoku from 19 yards away. And the Bengals have retaken a 3rd quarter lead.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
And McPherson on for the extra point.
And that one gives them a 3-point lead. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it ends with a Bengals score.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Ravens ready to take over.
And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Then confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. Ball again.
And not much there.
maybe a yard up to the 24.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. Open man left side is Wallace, complete. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 38-yard line.
Paul on a give up the middle. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
It's now 3rd and 4.
To throw is Jackson. And that is incomplete.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
There's a look at receiver Jamar Chase as the Bengals get set to go on offense.
For him, what an accomplishment in this game, surpassing the 2,000-yard mark. And all the time we talk about these guys out wide like him that are so athletic and can do so many things. But take us a little deeper. How has he done it this year?
Well, you helped with this because when we sat down with him before the game and discussed his season, and you said to him, okay, I have a vision that you, similar to a pitcher, change up a lot of things, right? Different arm angles, different slots that a pitcher would do. You do that with your route running and all that. And I loved his response. He said, yeah, I do that. But one of his best friends is a world-ranked tennis player, and he talked about serves and how you change up, take pace off, do different things, and he incorporated that into his route running.
On play action, they'll throw. That is caught. A big play there for Cincinnati. 43 yards.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. He'll look to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown. Again, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Brown. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line.
58 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
This offense, #1 in the NFL in picking up first downs, and their run game got him another one there.
A really good stat to lead the league in, isn't it? Because if you keep picking up first downs, sustaining drives, that means you're controlling the football, controlling the clock, and letting your defense rest on the sidelines.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
He's going to try and do this himself.
And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. So a little extra time to ponder this 3rd and goal as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw here. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Bengals are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. And that's certainly an important touchdown there. It makes this a 2-score game.
But as we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these two offenses have lit up the scoreboard. I would imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get involved here? One big play from you, that could win the game for us.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Ravens offense back out there. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll give it to Hall to start the drive. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Jackson now. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Not sure what happened there, but he just didn't get the right read on the coverage that time. Pass wasn't where it needed to be, and that'll send them back to the drawing board.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore 1st down. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Now it's Jackson. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. They've got a chance now to put this game away following that last defensive stop and punt. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. He'll look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. They'll drop to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes
you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Can't get away, and he's taken down. Jermaine Johnson. He's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Ravens, they'll take over. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll try and start this drive in the air. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now Jackson. And this is incomplete.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
Here's Jackson. Going long here for Wallace. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception, but playing this way is what got them this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. They begin with a run by Barkley. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the 27.
They'll set up to throw. This one caught downfield by Higgins. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end Njoku. And he's got this down to the 35. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. He'll drop to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Back to throw again. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
1st down, Bengals.
They'll look to throw again.
Open man is Chase, complete.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Ravens' 18-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
They'll look to throw.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
The intended target, Saquon Barkley, but it'll be 2nd down.
He was covered by Patrick Queen.
Now back to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Marquise Brown, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. An important score there, CD, and now an important extra point because it would make it a 3-score game.
Love the math there, and at this point in the fourth quarter, look, we all need next-gen stats, right? We all use them, but we don't need them here, do we? Because that means it's almost a certain victory.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. This pass out wide to Hall. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Jackson. Across the middle, he's got it complete to St. Brown. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Jackson on 1st down. And that'll be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Now Jackson on 2nd down. Got his man there. It's Wallace complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
It's a gain of 14 yards.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Jackson. They'll set up the screen for Hall. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 37. Again, Jackson. To the right side, into the hands of Flowers. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
It's a pickup of 6.
Now it's Jackson. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And Andrews going to have a Ravens 1st down as the tackle is made right at the 25-yard line. Now it's Jackson. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Ravens have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. The 4th quarter touchdown there, back to a 2-score game, but time is not their ally.
No, it's not, partner. They still have a pulse, but it's probably a little weak right now. A lot of things have to go right in these final 2 minutes plus for them. I think they have to be thinking onside kick here, and we know how difficult those are to recover.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Here's a give to Barkley. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. It'll be a gain of 2. And speaking of 2s, it'll take us to the 2-minute warning. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. On 3rd down, Barkley. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Again, it's Barkley. And he will have a Bengals first down, and it's celebration time on that sideline, and they've earned it. Give him 2 on the play there, and it's good enough for a Cincinnati first down. The Bengals go down to a knee in the victory formation. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Bengals, they finished the regular season with another win. They're 15th against just 2 losses. And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they lose a tough one here to close out the regular season as they finish at 12-5. And now they'll have to see how the final playoff picture will all shake out. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
You
It's Week 18 of the National Football League, and the spotlight is on George Kittle. There are few better in the red zone as he comes in fourth in touchdown receptions. It's the 49ers and the Saints, next on Madden Football.
From the host to Super Bowl 50 back in February of 2016, there's a look at the home of the 49ers, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. It's all about divisional matchups on this final day of the regular season, and we've got a compelling one in store here, as it'll be the New Orleans Saints with Charles Davis. Here's the Australian-born punter Mitch Wishnowsky to get things going. And we are underway from Santa Clara. Starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. Leading this unit will be the big arm man out of Texas Tech. 10th pick in the 2017 draft, Patrick Mahomes.
I guess we're going to have to nickname him the thrower, aren't we, or something like that.
After last week?
I mean, man, you're talking about over 400 yards throwing the ball. The running backs and everyone else may be looking at him like, hey, don't forget us. And he probably just tell him, listen, you want to get involved? Go out and catch some passes. I'll make sure you touch it.
Right away, they rack up 10 yards on their first play from scrimmage. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. That's to the Notre Dame man, Michael Mayer. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards. Now here's Mahomes. It gets it right back to Mayer. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards. That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game. Watching him try to take away that area of the field.
Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Perry. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. They'll come up now 3rd and 3. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. He's got his target. That's complete. And the Saints are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. The opening drive, it continues, Charles, to be all pass, and it's working. Now they're on the doorstep of a touchdown here, 1st and goal.
Brandon, because it's working so well, I think the entire playbook is open for them.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Michael Mayer, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Saints get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
The point after, good by Groupie, and it's now a 7-0 game. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it was finished off by a Michael Mayer touchdown grab. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And a glance here at their quarterback, standing 6'3".
And he just continues to throw touchdown pass after touchdown pass, leading the league here down the final stretch of the year. Guys will say that the numbers and rankings, they don't matter to him very much, but I don't know how much I actually believe that. Sure, he's team first, but I think everyone would like to see him finish number 1, including himself.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
2nd and 11. Connects with Kittle underneath. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now it's 3rd and 3. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Again, it's Walker. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. So, CD, here we are. You look at how well this offense has played all year, 16-0. Now, in most years, they'd be at home right now enjoying time off for their perfect season, getting ready for the postseason. But this is the decade of the 2020, so that means 17 games are what's needed to get to a perfect season. Would a win here make them an all-timer for you?
It would. It absolutely would. And I realize we're not comparing apples to apples because of the length of regular seasons. If you think back to the 1972 Dolphins, they were 14-0 in the regular season. 3 wins made them a Super Bowl champion, so they were 17-0 total. Imagine getting through 17 now and then continuing on and winning the Super Bowl. They're an all-timer team already for me.
And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. This defense for the Saints, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And he's going to have a Niners first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down. Back to throw again. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And Kittle going to get the 49ers first down as he'll get this down to the 30-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's down into the red zone at the 15 after a gain of 15. 1st and 10.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 10-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's got Ayuk once again. Touchdown 49ers! Brandon Ayuk from 10 yards out. And the 49ers are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own.
Partner, remember that old film of Peyton Manning going through the route tree with his great receivers in Indianapolis? I think we're seeing the results of the same type of work here today. These guys know each other so well that they don't even have to call the play. They can just look each other and know the route that's going to be run, and usually the connection is perfect.
Moody good with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. Each team's had it, each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got two division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass in the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Mahomes, and this throw brought in here by Mayer. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. And again, it's Mahomes. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get advantage that way.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Nick Bosa just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Perry. 7-7, our score after 1. The Saints with a football here to begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Mahomes now to throw. He gets it left side to Johnson. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Now left side on the swing pass. So the completion gets him just a yard. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Here's Blake grouping now for the Saints field goal. From the left hash, just a 32-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. Well, a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. And I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their 2nd drive. And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial. The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. That's complete out left to Ayuk. And he'll be out right at the 35. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a first down. That catch, by the way, kind of noteworthy. It's number 764 in his career. Ties him with Hall of Famer James Lofton.
And he's done it just as James Lofton did in his career. Smooth.
Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 41-yard line.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another first down. Running right, here's Walker. To about the 48-yard line.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And that's an important completion right there, because that's going to do it. With that last pass, he eclipses Peyton Manning's all-time mark of 5,477 pass yards in a single season. I think the Engravers, they can get the MVP trophy ready. This has been a year for the ages as he stands alone in single-season passing. That one goes for 24 yards. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. On 2nd down, it's Walker. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. 4th down after the New Orleans defense holds serve.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
And his kick here is good. And that will knot us up at 10. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Saints coming out now to take the field. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas.
Yeah, a little tired, and if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield and giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. Got his man, Dell. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. Here's Mahomes to throw. Olave over the middle. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 31-yard line. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. On play action, it's Mahomes.
Over the middle, he's got Mayer.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 15-yard line. Over 70 yards receiving now for him in this first half alone as he's got a first down on that last catch.
The give, right side for Gibbs.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jahmyr Gibbs with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Saints have moved out in front. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Hill going to think better of bringing this one out, and the drive will start at the 25. San Francisco set to go on offense once more.
They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw.
Finding more on the out route for the completion.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with that have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle?
And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it.
And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. But when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
Jahmyr Gibbs and the rest of the offense headed back out.
And now the 1,400-yard mark eclipsed a touchdown on that last drive. He's put together such a solid season. We always talk about 1,000-yard campaigns, and 2,000 so elusive, but 1,500, that's a nice total to aim toward, too.
It really is, because when you get to that type of a number, you know those guys up front have done yeoman duty, right? And what we don't give them enough credit for is not just the initial blocks that they make. It's that second and third block. Sometimes you get the combination blocks where you're running the power game. But how about the linemen who can get their block on the line of scrimmage and climb to the second and the third level and get linebackers and defensive backs downfield to gain additional yardage?
And they have done that to perfection almost this year. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else. And now it's 3rd and 10. Now Mahomes.
Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs.
And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And they double them up here. That makes our score 20-10.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. And he will find his man, Samuel. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. And his kick is good. And that will tighten this one up a bit now. A one-score game at 20-13. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
So we have reached halftime with the visiting Saints out on top. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. It's all down to this. Week 18 of the NFL regular season. Lots to be decided, so let's get right to it. We'll start our tour out in the City of Angels, Los Angeles. And it's the Seahawks who have the lead in that one. The Seahawks locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. From there, we slide over to the desert to check on the Cardinals at home in Glendale. And you can see there it's the visiting Colts who have the lead in that one. 2 touchdown passes there for Anthony Richardson. Lastly, let's get to the Windy City. See what's happening with the Bears at home at Soldier Field. And they trail the visiting Lions in that one. The Lions still in a dogfight, but this would be a good victory for them if they could get it. In the first half, it was the Alabama man, Jahmyr Gibbs, who had it cooking. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Back to throw.
He completes this to Walker.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And once more, this play going in the wrong direction. The Saints get to him behind the line again.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
A throw over the middle taken in.
And he is going to have a Niners first down. He needed 5. He got it barely as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards.
Up the middle, here's Walker. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. From the 43, here's a 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
He'll drop to throw. Got a man, that's Ayuk. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 32-yard line. A give for Walker running right. Shreds the tackle. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Running lanes run a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Looking for the outright. He's got it. Complete to Kittle. And Kittle going to have a 49ers first down as a tackle made at the 18. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves to James. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his big tight end here. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. Looking to throw. Touchdown! Deebo Samuel. 5-yard touchdown. And the 49ers are an extra point away from evening this one up. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy hit a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Moody good with the extra point, and that will tie things at 20 all. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it's Deebo Samuel who caps things with a touchdown reception. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Now here's Mahomes. The pass caught by Olave. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, Gibbs will get it. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Mahomes now to throw. That is caught by Dell. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 36. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a first down. They go play fake. Mahomes. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Hitting Mayer here on the out route. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 22-yard line. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Looking left side, and it's complete. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Mahomes going to throw. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Mayer, a beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And the Saints have taken the lead. So this game tied at the half, but we are tied no more. A touchdown there on the opening sequence of this third quarter.
And what a great drive put together by their offensive coordinator. He had a plan, and they executed it almost to perfection, coming right out of the locker room. Now they're feeling good about their chances here in the second half.
Groupie able to add the PAT, and they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. Hill shedding the tackle. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. They'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just give up a score.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
2 yards to go, second down.
At the 36-yard line.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. And for the Saints here on third down, an extra defensive back on the field. They'll drop to throw. That is caught. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They only needed 1 yard on third down. They get 10 instead by going to the air.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll make it second down.
Brings up second and 5 at the Saints.
They'll set up to throw. He's got this complete to Ayuk on the out route. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 38-yard line. Back to throw again. Connects with Kittle underneath. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down with a nice little gain. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for second down. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. From the 29, here's second and a yard. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the fourth and final quarter. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Walker now on first and 10. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down. They'll look to throw. And Walker has it. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. This offense so far on third down, they've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This is going to be 3rd and 13. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be 4th down.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a 1st down.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that'll bring him back within 4. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
Out comes the Saints offensive unit and the NFC playoff race. Let's have a look at it. And you can see, as many of you already know, they have clinched the NFC South. But as it stands, Charles, they would still need to host a game on Wild Card Weekend.
And that's a good thing for them, because coming out of your division, getting to the playoffs with an opportunity to host to start the playoffs, that's a pretty good way to get things going. Whoever came out of this division, we knew that they were going to be playoff ready, and this team certainly is.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw caught by Olave. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
A gain of 16 on the play.
Gibbs will try and pick it up. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing up 4th down.
Here comes the Saints punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And this returnable for Hill. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down. Back to throw here. Again to the big tight end, George Kittle. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 44-yard line.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that one into the hands of Ayuk downfield. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 29-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
They'll look to throw again. This one caught by Kittle. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Kenneth Walker. That's his 18th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Niners have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. So, partner, it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
And they trust their offensive line as well, because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
Moody good with the extra point, and that gives him a 3-point lead.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Taken at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back. Gibbs gets popped, and he loses the football. And it looks like one of the DBs has it, and they will take over at the 26-yard line.
You remember in preseason when we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. There's receiver Brandon Ayuk as San Francisco's offense returns to the field.
He's been almost impossible to bottle up. You see that number 10 on your screen, a big reason why they have the lead.
One of the guys that's being featured in this game and making sure that he's targeted because they do trust him with the ball. That's why they go back to him time and time again.
He rifles complete. Touchdown 49ers. DJ Moore with career touchdown number 91. He joins a group that includes Tony Dorsett and Isaac Bruce, among others. And the Niners will add to their fourth quarter lead.
The extra point try now for Moody.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense.
Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone.
Yeah, this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
From the 33, here's second down.
At the 33-yard line.
Here's Mahomes to throw.
Going underneath, Gibbs has it.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
First down.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
But here in the fourth quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early, and sometimes they get too soft in their coverages, but not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
From the gun, it's Walker.
And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line.
This defense, Charles, they have unraveled here in the fourth.
In a sense, it's like they're being pressed, like in a basketball game, and they just can't get the ball over half court. I mean, no matter what they do, they can't get off the field. They can't slow them down. They just go up and down the field against them. Yeah, unraveling would be a perfect word for them.
17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
This one goes underneath to Walker. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 2nd and a couple.
At the 11-yard line.
Now a give, right side. Leary, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package, and that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Patrick Mahomes in the offense. Down by 13. A minute 51 on the clock. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. Mahomes completes it to Perry. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 20.
Here's Mahomes. He completes it to Olave. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Mahomes will throw. Got his man, Dell. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Mahomes. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone's going to be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Mahomes. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
A point after, good by Groupie. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. They'll try for the first with Walker. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout.
But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one, because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for San Francisco, they make NFL history with this, their 17th win without a loss, a perfect 17-0 on the regular season.
And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for New Orleans,
they finish up the regular season with a mark of 12-5.
And they'll get their shot at playoff football as they'll be on the road next week as a wild card. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.